That took us into a strap match which featured the former two-time WWE champion Drew McIntyre facing off with Karrion Kross with Scarlett.
Well, interesting match. It was interesting in the way it started. I'd be interested in your thoughts, Mick, but, Drew puts the strap on, and then, of course, Karrion Kross didn't want to. He refused to do it, and then Scarlett sort of yanks the strap and gives Kross the advantage, and they went at it for a good 6 minutes before the match officially started.
I think all the brawling through the crowd wasn't necessary.
I hate
but when I was watching it before the match happened, I predicted everything that happened there before it happened. Because if I was Karrion Kross and I was coming in on a return as a heel against one of their bigger faces, I would not want to look scared, but I'd want to look defiant.
Yes.
That I'm going to do when I'm ready to do it and everything else, right? And not putting the strap on, he's stamping that he's a heel, right? That I will do things when I want to do it, not when you want it done.
Yeah.
And I thought the psychology, except for going through the crowd, I don't know why they spend, and there was a few of these matches, why a company spends $100,000 of equipment around ringside and a nice big fancy ring to go wandering through the crowd when no one can see you.
Well, not only can no one see you, where I come from, and I look at it, as someone who's promoted and stuff like that. So you look at it with a different lens as well. The risk of injury to someone in the crowd, or even the guys themselves, if you've got some idiot in the crowd, with a bottle or a glass or a knife or God knows what they could have. I mean, you got 16,000 people in there. You don't know what, I don't like the risk of injury to the wrestlers, to the crowd, and the fallout from that if anything happened.
Well, that's the problem with the modern style.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
If we done this, let's say, and I was not in the 80s, so I'm not ever going to lay claim to being obviously in the 80s because I wasn't old enough. But if you were doing this in the 80s, right, when the fans were the average punter that drove a truck and that kind of thing, and was a shift worker or whatever, and there was some sort of believability going on there, somebody would have been stabbed.
Oh,
There's places in America that you had to go down with the police with you because you get stabbed back in the old days. Now, because it's worked and the fans, they just let it happen. But, if you went back in the 80s, nobody walked through the crowd like that. Secondly, once again, you're putting on a show, right? If I've paid $110 for a ticket and the two guys I wanted to watch wrestle are now on the other side of the arena amongst the crowd for 6 minutes, I'd be pissed for paying $110 for that ticket because I didn't see the match I wanted to see.
Yeah, or you had to watch it on the screen, and
so for me, I don't dig the whole going through the crowd thing. To me, I think it's just stupid, right?
If it was a Falls Count Anywhere match, maybe a bit, but it wasn't a Falls Count Anywhere match. It was a good old-fashioned strap match. So I must say, spilling into the crowd, my notes were spilling into the crowd, going 6 minutes before the bout actually starts. Then they went through the announcers table, ring steps, ring apron, and then, McIntyre puts the strap on Kross, and it officially starts then. I must say, not that I've ever been in a strap match or any sort of match for that matter, but the whipping of those straps on their backs and that, I should imagine that wouldn't have tickled.
It doesn't tickle, but if you have a look at it, they double layer them over, so the scrap actually makes the slap.
Yeah.
So, but it's not fun. Don't say you enjoy being hit by them. I've done about 4, I think, in total.
Have you? Okay.
Yeah, the old style scrap matches like that. I've done 2 where you have to drag your opponent to each corner, and I've done 2 where they've just been absolute fights.
Yeah.
And no, they don't tickle.
No.
But to make the loud noise, to get a really good noise from you, double them over.
Okay.
Right, and they still hurt, but it makes a big noise because if you don't do it, you just have it like one edge. It doesn't make the same slap noise.
No,
right, and then you're not giving the full effect to the crowd.
And, I like the fact they were working on Shane's on Drew's left shoulder from the night before. That was okay.
Yeah.
At least they targeted one body part.
The psychology was good in this match.
Yeah,
The match was good. The finish
Yeah.
was good because it still left he got ripped off.
Oh,
Lee's McIntyre still looking strong. My concern, I said to Anthony, and Anthony will tell you, my concern was, well, who are you going to burn here? Either you're going to have a fast for finish, right, where someone gets ripped off or something goes wrong, or you're going to make one of these two guys, which you don't really want to do at the moment, look bad. I thought the finish was clever. They used Scarlett. They used Scarlett. They used Scarlett, right? Because she's there for that reason, right? And it gave time, right, with the spray to the eyes and the strike to the back of the head. It gave the pin happened, and and what I did like at the end of this pepper spray is also Kross-sold it. That he pinned the guy was so close that he had it in his eyes.
Yeah.
Little things like that are clever.
Yeah.
That's why Triple H is so high on this guy.
And that's why also when the lady referee there was, pouring water into Drew's eyes, and he had the towel and the whole thing. But like you see on the news when the cops have kept it. I think that's good. Yeah, you're right. Attention to detail is very important.
And that's what they got right in this match was attention to detail. Because really, as far as a match, it was nothing right to write home about. You didn't say, oh, my God, they did anything extravagant.
Yeah.
But you don't have to.
No.
You're mid-card. You're selling a feud between two guys. This will continue. This won't be over.
Oh, God.
Right?
Yeah.
You're selling a feud now, right, between these two guys. So these two guys could end up, one could end up with Imperium, one could end up with the Brawling Brutes. Being that he's Scottish, you would make it, so now you've got your four members of your team.
Survivor Series.
Survivor Series. So this could be building towards that.
Oh, yeah.
But
what do you think, Anthony?
With this match, I was thinking, how are you going to do it? Because, McIntyre's come off the lost terrains. Karrion Kross, you're trying to rebuild him after his first run where that didn't really work out. And I'm like, well, what do you do here? Like,
that was some of our conversations, wasn't it, Anthony?
Yeah.
During the week. Was one of our biggest conversations was, how do you get these two guys over with making them look bad?
And see, the way they did it, it made none of them look bad. But I do like that Kross one, because I do like his character. I do like what they're doing. Like I liked that version over the Gimp Doomsday, whatever Dungeon of Doom, whatever it was. But I feel that part of me feels that they're probably they're going back to cooling McIntyre down more.
No, I don't. I think that they're actually going to have a really good. I believe that they're going to have a really good run off this. Both guys will look good at the end.
I think they will. Yeah.
It'll be like Austin and Triple H. There will have to be not Austin and Triple H, The Rock and Triple H. There will have to be at some point someone's going to get the upper hand, but there'll always be swings and roundabouts. I think for these two guys, and I think Karrion Kross is a great talent, and I think what happened to him when he left NXT and went to went to the main card was absolutely ridiculous booking. Was ridiculous booking, right? And I think this guy is definitely a potential superstar for them. Potentially, a top
the fact
hand.
they brought him back says something.
Oh, look, I mean, him and Scarlett together, right, are a good combo. It's very Triple H. China-ish, or Triple H and Sable if you book them together. It's very much, you've got the guy that's, the muscle, everything else. Then he's got Scarlett, which seems to be the brains of it all. And I think there's a lot of upside to it. The only thing you'd ever have to worry about if you have a Sable situation between Scarlett and Karrion Kross. Scarlett starts to outshine Karrion Kross too much. That would be your only negative. It depends on her. She might be a fairly level young lass. I don't know. She might not be a Sable where she went like an ego monster.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I think there's definitely an upside
Yeah,
to them too. And I'm a big fan of McIntyre's.
Yeah, I know he's very good. Yeah. Sometimes maybe a bit too intense. Do you think? Or
he's Scottish.
Okay. So what do you give this one? I gave it a 6.
Yes. I gave it. Let me have a look. I gave it a 6 as well. Yeah.
I gave it a 6 as well.
Oh, well, look at that. Very rare. We all agree.
Yeah.
We all agree.